Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty-gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, if something goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, very, very important. And down to into liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. Going down the rabbit hole, not up your asshole. You have tattoos, you like to wear shades at night. These videos are not for you, my dog. All right, something's wrong. Okay, you like to work out all the time. These videos are not for you too. I got a lot of shit to say about people who work out in the gym all of the time to get buff. But of course, I want to talk about a topic for today, which is very interesting and peculiar. But nobody talks about the things I talk about. I want you guys to understand that everything I'm talking about is anecdotal. So if you do your own separate research, it's completely separate from me. All right. If I told you I talked to 300 to 400 women while I was living in Pennsylvania and New York and North Carolina, that's on my side of the fence. I'm just trying to tell you what I learned from them as being their therapist for over hundreds of years. I'm 50 years old. I am a Gen Xer. I am your indigo child. I am your emerald pillar. Okay. King. This video is going to be about the, what do you call it? The control freak conundrum. Okay, all right. I was thinking about this as I was driving with my daughter, and my daughter asked me, "What is a control freak, Daddy?" And I said, basically, it's a term that women who have not had discipline in their life make up when they knew that man from the beginning. They knew that man from the beginning. I repeat, I'm going to be like Umar Johnson, because most of you motherfuckers do not listen clearly and understand psychology very fluently, okay, all right? I'm keeping it simple in layman's terms. I'm not being incoherent, but sometimes I act incoherent just on purpose, okay? But I'm trying to tell you, when someone says the word control freak, where is it coming from? All right? You have to ask them specifically, constructively, like, yo, what do you mean by control freak? You ask them. Is it like walking on eggshells? Did a person actually like fucking tell you to walk a certain way? Is there a certain way he particularly asked to clean? But in reality, it's the woman trying to control him, because women are natural narcissists. I said this over time and time again. Ever since in 1990s, all the way up into 2000s, women are natural born narcissists. Men cannot be really hardcore narcissists. There's only like 20% of men could be narcissists. Yeah, you can know, like Poetic Justice, the guy who kept brushing his hair. That's a form of narcissism. Okay, they don't care nothing about you or anybody else. Everything is selfish, them. All right? But when you ask a woman a question, what do you mean by if that boyfriend of yours was controlling? What do you mean by that? Ask them that question, and you can break shit down. Did you know he was like that before you got with him? Because a lot of times women will lie, and they won't tell a therapist of this problem. They won't tell every little detail. I get personal. I get up and personal with females. Females tell me things that's in the darkness of the darkest depths. And I really don't want to go down the rabbit hole here with you with that, okay? There are two types of therapists. The ones who personally knows them and they can get bypast that security wall because they hide secrets. And the ones who psychically knows, and I say psychically like a pseudoscience, yeah. Because I tend to pull out information from people which I didn't even ask in the first place. But 9 times out of 10, when one person says, I don't care who it is, an effeminate male, a beta male, even a beta alpha male cuck fuck, okay, say this, he's a controlling freak. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Okay. Because I ask that question all the time to all my clients. I say, what do you mean by that? Oh, when he goes upstairs, he wants things to be pushed to the side. That's not control freak. That's being very organized. He wants the floors to be swept once a day. That's not a control freak. A lot of times people don't even know what the word narcissist is, because they think a narcissist is just someone who's just all into themselves and not them. A person can have pride within themselves and have pride within you too. And women will call them a narcissist because they are the ones who don't give compliments. They don't know how to reciprocate that energy back. So when a man is basically complimentary, a woman is not usually complimentary in return. So you already know where I'm going with this. So when I hear this, he's a control freak, that technically is not true. Walking on eggshells. Ask them, what do you mean by walking on eggshells? Break that shit down, all right? As I told Kevin Samuels, you ask questions to break shit down. You ask questions and you will get to the root of the problem. And it's most lately 9 times out of 10 an undisciplined little girl who has not had an alpha father. And as I said before, lots of you people out there haven't had alpha fathers. And I know I've encountered women say, hey, I had an alpha father. No, you didn't, because you wouldn't be in the situation you're in. Okay, it's really hard. It's really, you're not, these days, men who are alphas, they don't play that monogamous shit. They have multiple women. But a lot of times you have beta alpha male constructs who deal with monogamous relationships because they settle for less. They simp all of the time. I say simps mean the true terminology of simp is suckers investing in mediocre pussy. Now, no disrespect to women who already lost their virginity, but no alpha is going to deal with you. No real alpha male is going to deal with a woman who's already laid up with multiple men. They're not going to do it. I was taught this when I was 16 by pimps. Okay, so a lot of you guys lose out on a lot of knowledge because you're getting knowledge from the common knowledge from Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate. You don't have the knowledge. I'm the Emerald Pill King with the knowledge here. Okay, I have my own clients on the side. I do magic and warcraft. Okay, and I definitely am doing some work with the hearsay and the paternity fraud and everything else. So that's what I'm working on right now, because too many times guys are getting thrown under the bus because of ignorance. They just don't know any better. They're being played. They're being extorted. Ponzi scheme in the court system. But the court system actually can benefit men by suffering you because of ignorance. I get child support. I got primary custody. I'm one of the spitting examples of how you should play the game. You should never marry. Marriage is only for if a woman's either wealthy, so you can have the benefit of the advantage, or you're bringing her back so you can have the advantage as well, so you can get your money and your cake up, right? Get your bread up, okay? Focus on your health, then your wealth. Focus on virginity, raising your standards. But I'm going to repeat again. Anyone who says this person is a narcissist don't know what they don't know what that means. Anyone who says that control freak, they don't know what that means either. Walking on eggshells is all a hypocrisy of a woman saying these, or effeminate male, okay, saying stuff like this. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And I asked him, I said, you taking it out of context. No. Walking on eggshells is something like OCD. That woman knew that man before she got involved. And I keep telling you guys, you keep selling for less, you're going to get the less for the best. Okay? You're going to get thrown under the motherfucking bus. But you keep on doing that. Keep going out there being the passport bros and don't know what you're doing. And next thing you can get your head cut off, the little head downstairs cut off. That's on you. I've already told you to come to me. All right. Other than that, that's all I really want to say about these, control freak and narcissist and walking on eggshell type women. Just ignore them. They don't know. You have to literally ask them, what do you mean by that? Ask people what is their definition of something, and you will break down psychologically to see how ignorant they are. Okay. As I said before, walking on eggshells is a form of OCD. I have my OCD at 80%. I tell women all the time in advance, because I'm alpha, I'll tell them straight up, this is how I am. Either you take it or leave it. Most of you guys can't do that. You're too afraid. Most men are beta. There's 2 types of beta males. Betas, which is most men, 80% of you are betas. And then there's those beta alpha constructs, which is only 25% of the population who's getting up all of the 80% of women out there. Most women are beta, so they can't reach up to the level of the beauty of a beta alpha male, because they love the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Okay? Just keep it simple, babies. All right. So if you have standards, you're going to get a lot of rejections. If you have things that you require, then women will reject you left and right. That's how life is. Women know if you're an alpha, because they will say, that's hard for me to do. You talk to the parents. You make sure you talk to her. If there's some secrets involved, she want to hold her phone, she belongs to the streets. She's not taught. She's not ready. Other than that, that's all I really got to say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And if anybody says I'm incoherent, yeah, I'm incoherent to their ass because they wasn't paying attention to my method. Other than that, you have a nice day, and don't go astray. Don't turn gay because of a lay. Know thyself over everything else. Peace.